Woodley, and then Mary Louise Bird.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me address you. My name is Mickey Cooper, and my husband and I own Eagle Grove Pharmacy in Eagle Grove, Iowa. We've been there for 32 years. I also am the chairperson of the Board of Health and also sit on the Security Savings Bank Board. Okay. So I look at this as an opportunity. In healthcare, our lives are all about outcomes. How well we treat our patients, what we do with our patients, and then the outcomes, what happens to them. And I can only see good outcomes from this. I met Jerry, is the only person I met from this group here. But I've met Jerry, I've sat in on quite a bit of the informational meetings in the very beginning in Eagle Grove. We have already started some groundwork for, actually we didn't know Prestige was coming, but we have had already been working on housing projects and other things in our community to better our community. So I feel like we have the right people in the right places. We have a good county sanitarian in Sandy over here. She has great knowledge and has been on top of things. I think public health is going to be ready. I feel that our healthcare system in this county is excellent. And I feel that we will be able to meet any issue that we will be handed to. We've lived through the hog farms. We've done well. We lived through poultry. We conquered bird flu last year. You guys did an awesome job.
Yeah.
I mean, I just really think that we've done a great job with every situation we've been handed. We are hardworking people. And thank you.
Thank you, Mickey.
Gary Woodley, Mary Louise Bird, and then Dustin Reed.
Good morning, Wright County Supervisors.
Good morning, Gary.
My name is Gary Woodley. I spoke here before. I just come before you again to reiterate my support for the Prestige pork facility going up in Eagle Grove, south of Eagle Grove. And my son spoke last week. I am a corn and soybean farmer. My son came into my operation a year ago, and he is expanding into the pork industry, and I'm grateful that we have the opportunity for a plant like this in our area. It's been far too long since we've had to drive hundreds of miles and put hogs in a truck for 5 hours before they can get to a processing facility. We try our best in the pork industry to raise hogs in a humane fashion, and we do that quite well in these modern hog facilities like my son is putting up now. And I'm grateful to see that we are progressing here in Wright County, and I look forward to the opportunity to work with Prestige folks.
Thank you, Gary.
Mary Louise Bird, and then we'll have Dustin Reed, and then Brent.
Hi. First of all, I just wanted to say, I do think that people are doing the best they can. And in this situation, we're all just trying to survive and have quality of life. And with that, I would like, notwithstanding the issues with the schools, with social services, injuries, psychological damage to workers that are kind of slicing and dicing animals all day, it's hard to know where to start. I've been very aware of the issues with climate instability and have been working along with other climate activists for over 30 years. And I see this industry as not sustainable. I know the facts and figures can be presented in so many ways, but in the end, we're going to survive with clean water and clean air. I might remind you also, the mafia is also a family-owned business. And fear of the unknown, I'm afraid of the known. We have a known. We have a history. It wasn't that long ago. I don't know if Jack DeCoster's in jail yet, but he will be soon. I also wrote an email that did not get read. I think the bias, unfortunately, of this board is obvious. Just a little note here. MRSA is not a component of safe food.
10 seconds, Mary.
All right. Well, the DNR says we're maxed out with, the hog manure is the least desirable fertilizer of all the options. And we don't have a place to put it. And then peace, love.
Thank you.
I'm Jim Vermeer, Vice President of Business Development for Corn Belt Power. I'm Vice President of MIGP, and I'm on the City Council in Humboldt. So, first of all, I want to compliment the supervisors and Bryce for the professionalism and the leadership in this process. Today I think one of the things we're to address is the development agreement, and I skimmed it. My 20 years in economic development, this is one of the best agreements I've seen. I think it's very prudent, very responsible, and well written, and it protects the county for this project. We are an agricultural-based economy. We can't move our territories close to a metro. We don't have the opportunities to attract the Googles and the Facebooks of the world. So this is the economy that we have, and a lot of the ag economy is down, and we see it as our utility. We see ourselves slumping because a lot of agriculture manufacturing is laying off. They're closing. If everybody's following the commodity prices and what's happening, that's what's happening to the rural agriculture. And so, I compliment the process. I compliment the supervisors. I want to thank the Prestage family for selecting Iowa and for Wright County. I think it's going to be great for the region. Thank you for your professionalism and leadership. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Michael Nolte, and then we'll have Tom Floyd, and then Greg Carlson.
Okay.
Good
Mike.
morning. How are you guys today?
Good.
I guess one thing I'd like to remind you is to listen to the facts and not the rumors, because I've heard a lot of rumors here today, and I think you need to listen to them. The facts.
There you go.
Better. Okay. The other thing I'd like to talk about, I heard last week about wages. The lady from Saragordo County said that $13 an hour was too low a wage. You need to remember this is unskilled labor. My daughter works in Mason City at a big chain store. She has been there for 5 years. She started out as a cashier, promoted to head cashier, and now she is a department manager. And she still does not make that much money per hour. She works 50 to 55 hours a week. Her benefits are very bad, and I think that's skilled labor if you can be a department manager. So there's not a very good comparison there. This project is very good for the region and for your county. It will help your local Main Street stores stay open. The tax base will help the county provide services that you have not been able to afford in the past. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there, my name's Tom Floyd. I'm from Thornton in Saragordo County.
Okay.
Appreciate it very much for letting me come here to Wright County and speak to you folks. And I'm a smaller producer of pork, and I see Prestige as raising the tide to lift all boats to give us more opportunities for marketing our pigs. I hear a lot about the jobs thing. And when I was in college, I majored in animal science. Took a lot of meats judging courses, was on the meats team, went to a whole bunch of different plants and judged both beef, pork, and sheep carcasses too. And I always thought when I was in college that, you know what, that'd be a good job. To be some kind of manager or some kind of production person or a hog buyer or maybe an inspector or a supervisor, beyond just maybe the meats cutting and learning of it. So there's all kinds of jobs beyond just being on the production line. And it offers a huge opportunity for the community college in Fort Dodge, Iowa Central, where they can train some of these unskilled workers that a lot of people say, oh, that's not a very good job, I wouldn't want to work in that. Well, when I was in school, in college, I wish I would have had those kind of opportunities that Prestige is bringing. And so for my mind, I chose to go into the production side, but if I would have had, at the time when I got out of school, to be able to have a job in the packing industry, be it beef or lamb or pork, I would have taken it because I thought at that time it was a good job. A lot of people think that these jobs aren't good. They have good quality, trust me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Greg Carlson, and then we'll have,
The picture you got right there, that's a picture of my road. I'm from Hardin County, I'm a farmer. I'm from the county with the 7th worst pollution in the United States. I keep hearing we'll never land another project like this again. Last week, we had Franklin County Supervisors up here speaking, congratulating you guys for this project. While they're up here congratulating you guys, they just landed a $1 billion project with Alliant Energy. So these projects do come up. We don't have to grab this one here just because it's thrown in our face. It's a clean, renewable energy, and it's not going to divide the community like it is here or other places that they've tried to settle in. I had a question, maybe Sandy can help me out here. With this wastewater going into Eagle Grove, who's responsible for any violations that might occur with solids or high VODs? I think that's a question that the people need to be directed. Is it Prestige? Is it the county? Is it Eagle Grove? Who's going to be responsible for that if there is a violation? You guys talk about dealing with some of the problems, the flies and rats in Vincent. You guys haven't dealt with them now or been able to control them. What makes you think you can do it with another business like this in there to complicate the problem? I have not seen the action yet. What is your plan? This young gentleman here is going to college, Creighton University. I'm sure you're going to have a heck of a student loan debt. Why would you go to college if you can work for these guys for $13 an hour? Larry Mosdam is in support of this project. If it was 2 miles north of his home in Clarion, would he still be in support of it? I don't think so.
All right, thank you. Did you bring up the fly thing, Sandy? We talked a little bit. We had this issue come up with flies and particularly with
A close neighbor, yes.
daybreak.
The first time that I was aware of one particular farm was Friday. And I
Okay.
have met with that.
That was the rodent problem.
Yep, and
Yeah.
I met with that young man, and we have a plan to further meet today to see if we can't help him with that problem. I can tell you that it is something that we are hearing and listening to. So,
And the flies, you're working with Daybreak on that too. So I mean, Nick, we're trying to reach out on that because, I mean, everybody knows what flies are. It's not like there's several issues to it, but Sandy's been on it. And I would just say we're doing what we can, We haven't forgotten about it, okay?
it's complicated, and it takes
Yeah.
a lot of just different.
Can you direct the wastewater issue? Who's responsible for?
Okay, I'll step out of environmental health position and,